So today's date is August 23rd and time in India is 8:50. Okay, 5 new Mohalla clinics will be added in Delhi. City gets 5 more Mohalla clinics, more in line. More than 2 crores of people have used the Mohalla clinics. Also, um, more than 1 crore people receive treatment in over 500 clinics spread across the city in a year, says Arvind Kejriwal. 2.07 crore OPD in the last year in these clinics. 10 lakh tests are conducted. 2.07 crore मैंने already बोल दिया. 600 Mohalla clinics opened in 1.5 years. 1.5 years. आप लोगों को पता होगा, फर्स्ट मोहल्ला क्लिनिक वाज एक्चुअली क्रिएटेड इन पीतमपुरा, स्लम्स ऑफ पीतमपुरा. So this is what it is. So बीजेपी ने दिल्ली में अभी they have started video vans to create awareness about the Delhi Services Act. दिल्ली सर्विसेज एक्ट के बारे में लोगों को समझाना पड़ रहा है बीजेपी को कि इट इज नॉट अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल. इसके लिए बीजेपी इज नाउ रनिंग वीडियो वैन्स ऑल ओवर दिल्ली. बीजेपी लीडर्स ऑन ट्यूसडे फ्लैग्ड ऑफ video vans to the city's 7 Lok Sabha constituencies and make people aware of why it was necessary to bring the services bill to Parliament. The unit's president Virendra Sachdeva said, the Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi Amendment Bill 2023, commonly known as Services Bill, was passed in the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha earlier this month. इसके बारे में the services bill was necessary to save Delhi from Arvind Kejriwal government, which was busy serving its vested interests and corruption. Delhi BJP president has charged this. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal approves the proposal to declare public holiday from 8 to 10 September in Delhi. In view of the G20 summit, all schools, government offices, including MCD offices, will be closed on these dates. Government departments in India have differed from Central Vigilance Commission's advice to punish corrupt officials in 27 cases, according to the official report. Ministry of Railways had the highest number of instances with 7 cases of non-compliance. CVC ने ये दिया था. There are 3 cases of non-compliance of the CVC's advice to act against the corrupt officials by the CC India Limited and 2 each by State Bank of India, कोल मिनिस्ट्री एंड न्यूक्लियर कॉर्पोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया के ऊपर भी 2 केसेस है. वन ईच सच केस वाज अगेंस्ट दिल्ली जेल बोर्ड, दिल्ली ट्रांसको लिमिटेड, दिल्ली ट्रांसपोर्ट इंडस्ट्रियल एंड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट कॉर्पोरेशन, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ टेक्सटाइल्स, बर्ड ग्रुप ऑफ कंपनीज, भारत कोकिंग कोल लिमिटेड, स्मॉल इंडस्ट्रीज डेवलपमेंट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया एंड इंडस्ट्रियल बैंक डेवलपमेंट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया के ऊपर भी सीबीएस ने ये दिया. और इसके साथ न्यू इंडिया एश्योरेंस कंपनी लिमिटेड, वीवो चिदम्बरम पोर्ट अथॉरिटी एंड भारत संचार निगम लिमिटेड के ऊपर भी करप्शन केसेस है. उसके ऊपर भी सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट को दिया था, बट सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट हैज डिफर्ड अगेंस्ट द CVC. Tamil Nadu governor kicks up fresh controversy. Returns file on TNPSC post says vice chancellors need not follow syllabus framed by Tamil Nadu government. Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann on Tuesday launched the Student Police Cadet SPC scheme in the state to provide an opportunity for the students to understand the police system and become active partners in governance and security. After magistrate summons cop 300 plus times, Delhi court sets aside order must stop this practice. Order by district and sessions judge came on a revision petition filed by the station house officer called to assist the court. His lawyer says it disrupted his daily policing duties. 300 times बुलाया उस बंदे को, फिर भी वो आया नहीं. The reason he gave is because it is disrupting his police official duty. Judicial officials should be more circumspect while passing remarks against police officials, observed a district and sessions judge while setting aside a chief metropolitan judge's order summoning a senior Delhi police officer. CM unveils Verka fruit yogurt, cream and extended shelf life milk reiterates commitment to further strengthen cooperative entities in Punjab. Ban informed that in order to provide safe and quality assured products to consumers, state-of-the-art infrastructure has been created at Verka Dairy, Mohali, with an outlay of 325 crores under JICA, thereby setting up new milk processing unit of 5 LLPD capacity with value added product capacity of 50 MTPD of curd, 4 MPTD of ghee and 10 MPTD for butter. Punjab government disburses 186 crores for flood damaged crop compensation flooding in various parts of the state during July and August led to significant crop damage. भाजपा और रुपये में प्रतियोगिता चल रही है कि कौन ज्यादा गिरेगा. Rupee slumps to all-time low of 83.13 per dollar. Regarding unfortunate death of a protester yesterday at Sangrur Longewale, it is clarified that as per witnesses and the videos, the deceased was overrun by a rashly driven tractor trolley by protesters, which also severely injured a police inspector who narrowly escaped from getting crushed. Our condolences, Punjab Police ne bola ye. Maharashtra Agriculture Minister asks people to stop consuming onion if they can't afford it. In yet another pro-employee decision, Punjab government led by Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann has regularized the services of over 100 teachers who attained higher education from recognized universities situated outside of the state. Delhi's Ross Avenue Court on Tuesday, August 22, granted former Delhi Chief Minister Manish Sisodia permission to release funds from MLA fund for department. Furthermore, the court has instructed the copies of the documents related to the charge sheet be provided to all the accused individuals involved. Delhi court greenlights Manish Sisodia's request for MLA fund allocation and ongoing excise policy case. Indirect tax levies generate 53% of the government. Indirect levies generate 53% of government tax revenue. Now the total number of Mohalla clinics is 533, 512 working in the morning shift and 21 in the evening shift. Keshavpur Mandi, Shahabad Dairy Bhavana, one general and one for women. Govindpuri, Kalkaji Market. In coming days, our CM will inaugurate 5 Mohalla clinics every week and give them to the people in Delhi. Saurabh Bharadwaj has clarified this. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has moved to Supreme Court seeking a stay on his trial for criminal defamation after being denied relief by a city sessions court and the Gujarat High Court. Aam Aadmi Party's Balbir Singh and Sanjay Singh among the poorest members of Rajya Sabha. ADR report revealed that out of the total 225 sitting Rajya Sabha MPs, 12% are billionaires, assets of more than 100. Aam Aadmi Party Rajya Sabha MP Balbir Singh is the poorest member of Parliament of India with assets of 3.72 crores as reported by ADR. The ADR has revealed. The list of the poorest Rajya Sabha MPs include 2 MPs from Rajya Sabha as the party's fiery spokesperson Sanjay Singh is also on the list with the total assets of 6.6 lakh. The second poorest Rajya Sabha MP is BJP's Maharaja Sanajobha Laishimtha of Manipur, who has assets worth 5.48 lakh. Richest Rajya Sabha MP, आपको मैंने बोल दिया, Bandi Parth Sarthi, who is a MP of TRS, is the richest sitting Rajya Sabha MP with a declared assets of more than 5,300 crores. On the second position came Alai Ayodhya Ramareddy, who is from YSRCP with a declared assets of 2,577 crores. Jaya Bachchan is the third richest MP with a declared assets of 1,001 crores. What is happening in Gujarat High Court? Supreme Court objects and blasts the High Court, Gujarat High Court counter blast or order against a termination of pregnancy after the Supreme Court on Sunday objected to Gujarat High Court's handling of rape surveillance plea to terminate a pregnancy. The High Court also passed a minutes to speaking order this weekend. Are you supporting this? We do not appreciate the High Court passing an order on as a counter blast to our order. Thank you for bringing it to our notice. But are you supporting? What is happening in Gujarat High Court? Justice Nagaratna has said. In a relief to Anganwadi workers and helpers in Punjab, Bhagwant Mann on Monday ordered the immediate release of their pending salaries. Punjab CM orders immediate release of Anganwadi workers' pending salaries. To finish the practice of tax evasion, Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann on Monday launched Mera Bill app. Under Bill Leo Inam Pao scheme, bringing a bill and get reward to bolster revenue collection in the state. Punjab CM Bhagwant Mann announces major decision. Unanimously elected panchayats will get 5 lakhs as special grant. Grant will be accorded as Mukhyamantri Pind Ekta Samman. era of graft scams that prevailed before 2014 has ended, CM says Prime Minister. Now every penny goes to the people, goes to the goes to the bank so that people can avail all the services. The poorest will get free sugar in Delhi. On Monday, the CM approved this proposal. The proposal has been sent for approval to the Lieutenant Governor. The sugar distribution can start as soon as it is approved. With this decision, 2,80,290 beneficiaries, including 68,747 NFS card holders of Delhi, will get free sugar. Underprivileged families will be getting free sugar. अभी कोर्ट में ये डिस्कशन चल रहा है कि so the RPF shooter told his wife after killing 4 people want to end life. I don't know why it is such an important thing. RPF's constable Chetan Singh accused of gunning down 4 people on the Jaipur Mumbai Superfast Express last month had confessed to the killings in a phone conversation with his wife and had expressed a desire to end his life. Sources connected to the probe said that after getting off the train, Singh had called his wife and said, "मुझसे गलती हो गई, I have made a mistake." So अभी कोर्ट में केस में इसका इसके ऊपर जो भी केस चल रहा है उसमें लॉयर गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से जो भी लॉयर है, they are saying that on a sympathetic basis this person should be given reduced sentence. गवर्नमेंट बोल रही है ये because he has already confessed about this to his wife and he has cried. इसीलिए गवर्नमेंट उसके ऊपर reduced sentence देने को बोल रही है जज के सामने. Very good work he has done. Offering highest ever price of rupees 2,410 per quintal onion. This is happening in Maharashtra. Piyush Goyal is saying that now highest ever price will be offered per quintal to the farmers for onions. Monsoon mayhem in Himachal, 2,200 houses damaged, 8,100 crores loss incurred. Internet services are suspended for 2 days in Bihar, Bagaha town after a clash where VHP ने वहां पे एक महावीर झंडा मार्च on the occasion of Nag Panchami किया था विश्व हिंदू परिषद ने. The ideal of Lord Hanuman was being brought from Ratnamala village to Bagaha Chowk with some miscreants spreading rumor about damages caused to it. Soon an agitated mob gathered at the spot and indulged in vandalism. Around 6 people have been injured in stone pelting. And the mob has torched 2-wheelers and 4-wheelers. विश्व हिंदू परिषद इसमें अच्छी तरह से काम कर रही है. VHP has been denied permission for August 28 Yatra in Haryana. No district. The Haryana government has denied permission to the Vishwa Hindu Parishad. Bridge Mandal Jal Abhishek Yatra slated to be held on August 28. The issue of Ghar Wapasi has been propped by Hindu nationalists to ramp up communal passions. Descendants of the original line of Islam or Hindus who converted to Islam under the Muslim rule either voluntarily to escape discrimination or forced to Muslim invaders. These are the words that are used by many of the people in Vishwa Hindu Parishad to stir communal violence in all the places. बोला जा रहा है by Haryana. Election Commission of India to hold bypoll for vacant seat from UP in Rajya Sabha on September 5th. Which became vacant following the passing of the sitting member Hardwar Dubey of BJP on June 25th. Tax to GDP ratio is commonly acknowledged as a valuable indicator of the country's ability to generate tax revenues relative to its economic size. The level of India's tax GDP ratio is a topic of much debate. The total tax receipts for financial year 2022-2023 were 48.4 trillion rupees, comprising central tax revenue of 30.4 trillion rupees based on revised estimates and states' own tax revenue of 18 trillion rupees based on budget estimates. With a nominal GDP of 273 trillion, India's tax GDP ratio is 17.7%. Tax collections are can't defy the economic reality बोल रहा है. The Joint Secretary बोल रहे हैं कि tax revenues are not actually increasing in India. Center to procure additional 200,000 tons of onions amid farmer protests. Purchase price set at 2,410 per quintal, close to original export rate. The government of Tamil Nadu gives assistance of 10 crores to Himachal Pradesh for relief works in the rain-ravaged state. Flaunting caste religion on car can hurt your pocket in Uttar Pradesh. Over 2,000 cars have been fined in Uttar Pradesh. Government to procure already मैंने बोल दिया sorry. Outward remittances under RBI's liberalized remittance scheme surged by 50.54% to $9.1 billion in Q1 of financial year 24. Minor fines have been imposed on multiple Adani companies. Adani companies, total minor offences on Adani companies are amounting to 2.23 crores. मैंने गलती कर दिया. 2.24 lakh. Sorry. The Adani Group companies, Adani Green, ACC, Ambuja Cements, and Adani Enterprises informed the stock exchange of minor fines imposed over certain non-compliance issues. Adani Green, in its disclosure, says have imposed a fine of 47,000 for non-compliance. ACC also got a non-compliance of 47,000 rupees, and Ambuja Cement got a non-compliance of 16,000 rupees. Adani Enterprises also disclosed that the two exchanges imposed a fine of 28,000 each with respect to the delayed approval for appointment or continuation of non-executive director who attained the age of 75 years. ये सब कुछ उन्होंने दिया है. बहुत ही अच्छा काम किया है. Almost 2 lakh rupees उनके ऊपर डाला. Power regulator CERC issues staff paper on power market coupling. The proposed coupling of the market is aimed at merging all existing power market platforms and contracts offered by them. The Central Electricity Regulatory Commission has issued a staff paper on the proposed power market coupling, which could entail merger of all existing power trading companies. Global uncertainty and domestic disturbance are the reasons for the inflation, not government policies. The consumer price index based retail inflation spiked to a 15-month high of 7.44% in July 2023, with specific food commodities mainly driving the issue. Finance Ministry बोल रही है कि this has nothing to do with the government. The issue is global uncertainty and domestic disruption. Here are the results. It seems. Police raids Punjab factory making Ayurvedic alcoholic syrup for Gujarat. Devbhoomi Dwarka police recent busted a factory in Sangrur district in Punjab making alcoholic Ayurvedic syrup for Gujarat makers. In the last 1 year, the factory has manufactured over 2 lakh bottles of syrup for Gujarat. ICRA estimates growth rate at 8.5% in Q1, maintains financial year 24 forecast at 6%. In the first quarter, unseasonable heavy rains lagged the effect of monetary tightening, and weak external demand exerted a downward pressure on GDP growth. CAG highlights certain gaps in the implementation of RCS UDAN scheme. Regional Connectivity Scheme UDAN, Ude Desh ke ka aam nagrik, is a scheme initiated by Government of India to enhance regional air connectivity in the country. The scheme was launched in 2016 as part of the National Civil Aviation Policy. The CAG recently presented its audit report of the scheme, covering the first 3 phases of the scheme. इसके हिसाब से CAG observed that up to UDAN 352% out of the 774 awarded routes had not commenced operations. 52%, that is 403 out of 774 awarded routes पे कोई भी operation नहीं हुआ. Out of the 371 routes which have commenced operations, only 30% or 112 routes have completed the full concession period of 3 years. Further, out of the 112 routes, only 54 routes, that is 7% of the 774 awarded routes, that connected 17 RCS airports, which could sustain the operations. Basically, out of 774 routes that were given money in UDAN, RCS UDAN में 774 routes में only 17 RCS airports में operations खत्म हुआ है. Beyond the concession period of 3 years. Operations in the rest 58 were discontinued after the completion of the concession period. So out of 774 routes, only 17 airports पे काम खत्म हुआ है in the last 2016 से 2023 तक. Likewise, in case of helipads, out of 83 helipad routes comprising of 31 helipads have been identified. Operations, out of these 83, only operations have been commenced on 34 routes comprising of 9 helipads, and subsequently operations were discontinued in 14 out of these 34, so comprising of 4 helipads. So basically only 20 routes में काम खत्म हुआ है helipads. Based on these observations, CAG has recommended that the money that has been spent on this UDAN has been wasted on underserved, unserved airports, stagnant length पे हुआ, availability of alternate mode of transportation has been denied, terrain and socio-economic scenario and tourism potential has been ruined. Similarly, they have asked for better identification of the routes and better identification of the helipads under the scheme. Analysis also revealed that 6 out of 7 airports in operation in non-RCS routes between 2019 and 2023 have collected excess regional air connectivity fund levy of nearly 72 crores from the passengers, which was much more than what they had remitted to the regional air connectivity. CAG observed that there is no rule to regulate the same, and they have said that an average delay was about 21 days for Air Vistara and Air Asia and 24 days for Indigo Air India. So आप लोगों को समरी में ये बता दूं, 2016 में 774 रूट्स पे काम करने के लिए गवर्नमेंट ने 4,600 करोड़ दिया था इस उड़ान प्रोग्राम में. इन दैट ओनली 17 एयरपोर्ट्स पे काम हुआ है. ओके, and with regards to a helipad routes, 83 helipad routes में only 20 routes पे काम हुआ है. CAG ये बोल रहे हैं कि 4,600 करोड़ तुम लोगों को दिया गया, उसमें तुम लोगों ने only 17 एयरपोर्ट्स पे and 20 helipads पे काम किया है. इसके कारण बहुत सारे underserved airports, unserved airports, then stage length, then alternate mode of transportation, terrain and socio-economic scenario, सब में there was a loss, ये बोल रही है. And on top of that, RBI ने बोला है कि after working on those airports, उन airports को close भी किया तुम लोगों ने, because of which that money has completely got wasted, ये उन्होंने बोला है. Indian refiners processed 21.9 MMT of crude oil in July, a 2.2% increase compared to 21.42 MMT processed in July 2022. Centre moves Supreme Court to take back GM mustard undertaking. Monsoon fury, Punjab government releases 186 crores for flood heat, received nothing, claims farmers. Little government help, Punjab villages pitch in to plug breaches. Officials asking for a cut in relief amount, alleges Farm Union. Case against Kejriwal over PM remark has been dismissed. 75% police force on roads, Nakas in Mohali as farmers hold protest in Chandigarh. Strife-torn Manipur grapples with illicit poppy cultivation youth addiction. Rise in illicit poppy cultivation, which has majorly impacted villagers and farmers from Kuki community, has directly impacted in the state, becoming a hub for student drug addiction. In the last few years, Manipur has seen an unprecedented rise in illicit cultivation of poppy, locally known as Kani, which has taken over the hilly regions of the state, populated mostly by the Kuki community. Shokalin Mate, president of the Kuki student organization, told the article, addressing the alarming surge in the youth getting addicted to drugs in the conflict-ridden state. Dr. Mate said, in addition to exploiting the poor farmers and villagers from the Kuki community, many students are also hired in the paddy fields, exposing them to psychological impacts of the poppy seed agriculture. The ration scam. महाराष्ट्र में जबोट नाम की एक जगह पे रेशन स्कैम बाहर आया है. Beneficiaries denied ration for the last 5 months in Jabot. Beneficiaries alleged that they were provided POS slips of expiry date. So scores of beneficiaries in Jabot Tehsil of Alirajpur, Madhya Pradesh, have not received ration for the last 6 months. One such incident was reported from Bitwasa Village Society. Many of beneficiaries accused society salesman and manager of masterminding the alleged ration scam. Central and state governments have been spending huge amount of money to ensure that every beneficiary gets his or her share of ration. LAC commanders work on limited pullback plan, wait for signal. line of actual control. Days after India-China held the 19th round of military talks on resolving existing issues on the line of actual control (LAC) in eastern Ladakh, Indian military commanders on the ground are discussing possible modalities for limited disengagement at certain mutually accepted points according to the boundary. The Indian Express has learned. Meet Aam Aadmi Party's first mayor in Punjab, a social worker who has cremated 300 unclaimed bodies and counting. Baljit Singh Chenni is a AAP councillor from Ward number 8 of Moga. Ward number 8 of Moga, AAP's Moga, 8 of Moga. AAP's Moga MLA Dr. Amandeep Kaur said that Chenni was unanimously elected as mayor in the presence of 42 councillors on Monday. From road accident victims to those found dead along the railway tracks, from victims of suicide to homeless people found dead on roadsides, Moga's new mayor Baljit Singh Chenni has been a selfless social worker for more than 2 decades in giving a decent farewell to unclaimed bodies. He is known for his tireless and selfless social work locally. Bunkers give way to homestays. Bunkers give way to homestays in this remote Jammu and Kashmir village. Following the reiteration of the ceasefire agreement between India and Pakistan in February 2021, the Jammu and Kashmir administration decided to allow tourists into these areas. Remote corner of North Kashmir, a stone's throw from line of control, bunkers are giving way to homestays in a village of 10,000 residents as tourists make a beeline for unique view of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir just across the river. Silent classrooms, empty benches, tale of dwindling student count in Pune's hilly heartland. Migration echoes. Villages have been depopulated with families migrating in search of a livelihood to Mumbai or Pune. Majority of residents that remain are elderly. Schools in hilly areas of districts such as those in Velha, Mulshi, Purandhar and Bhol Taluka, barely a few hours travel from Pune city, have seen the population of students dwindling in recent years. There are 374 Jilla Parishad run primary schools of the total 3,638 schools in the district, which has less than 10 students. In fact, 21 students have just one student each on roll call. Causing flood is a terrorist offence in proposed law to replace Indian Penal Code. Government ने शुरू किया है. MSU in Gujarat introduces Sanatan literature course. Overwhelming response. ये गुजरात के officials बोल रहे हैं. India's July oil imports slip on monsoon lull. Indian pilots to unite, raise fatigue woes. Banking system liquidity slips into deficit. Government losing revenue due to GST. Babik Debroy. CBI chief Dinesh Kahra is likely to get extension. IMA writes to Mandaviya seeking withdrawal of NMC regulations. Supreme Court sets aside High Court verdict staying conviction of Lakshdeep Lok Sabha MP. Direct police to allow meeting with minor rape survivor. DCW's chief in a letter to Home Ministry. LG refers case against MLA to Speaker for prosecution sanction. Assam lakhs of government employees start two-day protest demanding OPS. IB officials are now visiting Ashoka University to talk with Sabyasachi Das and other faculty members about his article of 2019 elections. Enforcement Intelligence Bureau उस बंदे को अभी arrest करेगी obviously. No violence and after VHP rallies in several states call for killing of Muslims, social and economic boycott of the Muslims. Nearly 5 years after she was allegedly murdered by her live-in partner, the Korba police in Chhattisgarh have excavated a skeleton suspected to be that of the news anchor from below a national highway in Korba city in Chhattisgarh. The deceased victim, Salma Sultana Lashkar, who is said to be aged around 30 years, is a news anchor working for a local news channel in Chhattisgarh. She is believed to have been murdered on October 2018 by her live-in partner, Madhu Sahu, 37, a gym instructor, and his two aides who helped him bury her body in secluded place, which has now become a नेशनल हाईवे। ये है मेरे पास जितने भी न्यूज। इफ एनीबडी वांट्स टू